All right. It's getting towards, let's see, almost 3 a.m. Hmm. We we may have a problem. Already, I can't get out of the Steam overlay. Okay, let's save and exit and try this again. Okay. Now we should be bouncing back to live. It's getting on towards 3 a.m. Let's try this again. I'm not going to open the Steam overlay at any point. And Laura has gone to bed for a short rest. She still intends on doing her full 24 hours. But, like it says on Extra Life, some people, she was at the point she was falling asleep between words as she talked. So, as adorable as that is, not quite as interesting. So, chances are I'll be waking her up in a little bit here. And I can hear the stream start up over there. I'm just going to close that. I'll be waking her up and she'll play some Dragon Age or some more Bioshock Infinite or who knows. Alright, there we go. Let's just make sure that the Twitch backend, Elite Dangerous, is fine there. Twitch chat panel, open and off in the corner. Alright. So, it's reasonably late. This game, particularly popular in England, where Frontier Developments is based, the US, and also a fair amount of Russian gamers based on the forum load, based on other languages here. Space, good for the Russians, North America, and England, I guess. My plan at the moment, I'm apparently currently in hostile space. I need to head back to my own little corner of the galaxy here. I'm currently in my little space mining vessel, but I've refit her to do a little bit of bounty hunting, but I think that's about done. I'm going to return home, pick up my significantly fancier Imperial Clipper, and there's a neat community goal I may pop into. No particularly good smuggling or transport missions I could do on the way. So, yeah. Just going to pop into this. Oh, right. I should probably plot my route. Space is a big place. Here in Elite Dangerous, there's 400 billion star systems, only a small fraction of which are... Only a small fraction of which are actually designed and possessing human civilization. Though the reason I'm currently here in Kashpus, the most dignified of system names, is because there was a goal to build a station out in the Pleiades Nebula, which is only a hop, skip, and a jump from habitated space in terms of this game. But, let's see. I need to end up... all of these little dots, other systems. It's lovely, actually, but there's so many. I believe Epifia is where I want to go. And that is 8 jumps away. That'll only take us a few minutes here. I knew I'd probably be booting this up at some point in the stream as my little contribution. Do I have a fuel scoop? I may have stripped out my fuel scoop. That could end poorly. I'll double check in the next system. It's unlikely this will specifically be viewed. It's an Extra Life broadcast. I'll hit some tags on it. But it's late. All our donors, who were incredibly generous, have likely tootled off to bed because they're local. We are in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And, of course, I don't have a fuel scoop because I am a smarty pants. Let's see. I'll risk it. Try my luck in the next system. It is a stupid risk. I mean, I would hate to have to contact the fuel rats at this time and ask for a rescue this far inside habitated space. The fuel rats are an excellent service. You contact them, let them know your location. They'll come out with one of their ships with fuel transfer limpets, whoever happens to be online and in range at the time. I know there's a few fuel rats that patrol the outer rim of the solar system. Or not solar system, that's easy. Galaxy. Alright, let's, easiest way, power play. So this is showing the human habitated bubble. The different colors are all different factions. I'm pledged to the new Emperor, controlling 71 systems, which exploits many more, but, so, that's the human habitated bubble. Got a little pocket of something out there. This is the entire galaxy. So as you can see, human civilization is a small cosmic speck, which is quite intimidating, but there's some fascinating stuff out there. I've done a little bit of exploring in this, but usually I'm a bit more of a... smuggling is actually what I've enjoyed the most. There was a big kerfuffle a little bit ago about some super valuable smuggling missions being in the game and people exploiting them to make billions of credits, utterly breaking the curve of the game in a few days. I mean, you want to make credits fast, go ahead. I have put more hours than I care to admit into this, but I'm not, specifically going out for all my riches. Like, there are people who've probably played the same amount of time they're already in an Anaconda, and I'm flying around in my Asp, my Imperial Courier, and, I need to find a place to pick up myself a fuel scoop, or at the very least some fuel. In theory, if I dock and pick up some fuel, that'll probably be enough to get me all the way, but this is my explorer vessel. Chances are the next time I take it out will be to, just leave human civilization for a while. Once you get outside of maybe 2,000 light years from home, you're very unlikely to run into other travelers unless you hit one of the popular corners of the galaxy. The meeting places. Go to Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. I may have completely screwed myself over. Out of around 1,000,000 credits. That's the fastest I've ever screwed myself over. Because there's nothing here. Alright. Well, there we go. We got to see me not pay attention and just bumble my way into complete failure. I think I have to drop out here. Emergency drop. I'm gonna be self-destructing in a moment anyways. Ah. Alas, poor Manta.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Power plant capacity exceeded. Shields offline. Thrusters on drive. Warning, temperature critical. Self-destruct in 20 seconds.
Alright.
Self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Let's try this again with a proper fuel scoop. 2, 1.
Hull integrity critical.
Yes, yes. Rebuy it all. Well, no sense in buying up what I'm not going to be using. Let's see. There we go. That saves me a few bucks. What is so pricey? Modules. Okay. So that sucks, but that's what you get for being a big stupid idiot. Okay. Now I fit a fuel scoop before I do anything else. Sell my shield generator. And fuel scoop. I want a nice big fuel scoop because I'm going to be using this for exploring later. D5, C4, B5, A4, A5. Costs way more. The B5 will be enough. Let's see, class 3 compartment. I want to have a shield generator. I know it's considered bad form at times to fly with a shield generator on an explorer ship, but I am not the best pilot, and sometimes I'm a little sleepy when I'm exploring because it's relaxing, you know. And sometimes I go splat into an asteroid or into a place I'm docking. The highest rating B5, A5. Way more than I feel like spending. Is there a C5? Yeah, a little under 1,000,000. Confirm that. Empty. Let's go name as opposed to type because that's just all over the place. And we'll just get a slightly larger fuel tank. And an advanced Discovery scanner. So, discovering the various planets. Once Horizons comes out, I'm probably going to be fitting an SRV and maybe a bit of cargo onto this. We'll see how that goes, but detailed surface scanner. There you are. I might need to save up for an Anaconda or a Python by that point. Python's not the best explorer, but it's just something there. I don't trust the docking computer, especially not if I'm coming back with a whole bunch of... Yeah, another fuel tank. Barely costs anything. It's basically a empty... Yeah. Current, laden... Unladen... Oh, current, because I'm out of fuel. So, there we are. Well, in here, let's just sell off this. I don't really plan on coming back to this area specifically, so I just had this Sidewinder as a bookmark because we don't quite have a... Yeah, let's go get the Clipper. So now I can jump a bit further as well. I'm all fueled up. Any pity missions pop up on the bulletin board while I was gone? Because I can swap those fuel tanks for cargo if there's something that seems interesting. A long-range haul. Nope. Nothing interesting enough, at least. Alright. Second time out into space. Oh, it looks like it saved my route. I'm just gonna have it replot, though. There. Now we should be able to make it in 7 jumps instead of 8. Alright, so that was a bit of a waste of time, but, fresh ship and Koi Platypus, How many times have I? Insurance claims, 17. What was I destroyed the most at? Probably my Adder. That was my first real ship. A lot of people are like, you go from your Sidewinder to just saving that till you get a Cobra, or maybe get an Eagle if you want a bounty hunt, or some such. Then go from the Cobra to a Vulture or Type 7 or some such, or Type... more likely a Type 6 if you want a cargo hull. And, from there you just go into the giant endgame sort of ships. And, I don't know, I liked my Adder. A little bit sluggish. Looked like a bit of a shuttle as opposed to a fighter ship, but I was able to squeeze some decent bounties out, but that was still when I was learning. At the moment, my preferred fighter is easily my Imperial Courier. I mean, no offense to the Vulture. Fascinating, deadly ship, don't get me wrong. Imperial Couriers, besides their crazy high shield strength, not nearly as durable or destructive, I'd say. Much more agile, but I find the Imperial Courier just fun, and I like how it looks. Oh, jeez. If we ever reach the point where we can have large enough ships where we can dock an Imperial Courier as the shipborne fighter, I'm going to be in heaven. Just keep stacking. Get an Imperial control ship, dock an Imperial cutter in there, have a Clipper in the cutter, and have my courier inside the... That's nice. Hey, fuel tank's already almost full. And have my courier inside the Clipper. Yep, just recursive Imperial fleet.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Although, if we could get something as big as the Eagle, we could probably get an Imperial Eagle, which has some of the same design aesthetics that I'm really quite fond of. I have this on the big screen here, but I'm barely looking at the big screen. I'm looking at my computer screen, so let's fix that. Big screen, look, well, at this distance, it's about the same size, but I'm going to the trouble of having this plugged in. If I wake up Laura in a little bit here. She's been out of commission for about 40 minutes, and she said she wanted me to wake her after an hour or a bit. I'll go get my clipper, I'll go participate in the community goal a little, and then I'll wake her up. See if that little rest has gotten her a burst of energy. I know I'd probably sound quite tired here. I was listening back to a little bit of the Hitman Absolution stream while I was trying to clean up room. We hit, I think, 33 kilobytes left, and it just stopped. So the reason I was out for a little bit is I had been waiting for around 50 gigabytes of backups to transfer to my alternative hard drive, so I can continue streaming to my primary, which just has a better throughput for the purposes of streaming. I stream to this computer, save it, then I transfer it onto a much larger drive after the fact for... I don't have my scanners equipped. That's all I really need. That is quite the ring on that star. Sorry, just give me a moment. I am interested in this. This can't be a neutron star. White dwarf. Reasonably uncommon, I believe. And look at how small it is compared with its zone of exclusion. And one planet, just a giant rock planet out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, if you... Here, I'll just keep panning up.
Warning, temperature.
Okay, I was on the very edge of the zone of exclusion. That's why I couldn't see the stupid thing. Can't see the forest for the trees. Can't see the giant goddamn danger zone for the mini star in front. I'm not really sure where this analogy is going, but let's vent a little bit of heat here. Just to help us build this up, because we are in the corona of a white dwarf. Heat sinks. Never leave home without them.
Temperature critical.
If you're a slim fighter or a explorer, definitely. The slim fighters can pour all their heat into it and jettison them to screw up sensors.
Warning, temperature.
Once your ship is suddenly as cold as the space around it, the sensors just kind of
Fuel scooping.
throw up their hands and go, I have no idea where he is. Lose that sensor lock. It doesn't work that great against AI, though I have noticed it working okay. Probably about as good as chaff. But, yeah, there's people who have spent far more time
Disengage.
than I comparing those. I'm in this game for the fun. Like, there's those who are really into it for the science, or the grind, or the pirating, or what have you. At the moment, just because I'm streaming a bit of this, I'm on solo mode, just because on open play it's a bit more of a bandwidth drain, and I didn't feel like fighting with that. Plus, apparently, the combat zone for the community goal I'm going to go to is just utterly swamped. So, yeah, I'll do it in solo just because
Fuel scooping.
if there's 50 people on my side and they just wipe out all other ships, sure, it'll be easy to get credits. I just need to get like one hit on the ship, and I'll get credit for the kill, among others. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem as fun there. It's not you and like some Imperial fighters and what have you. Like, I'm fine with the combat zones that are more balanced, but apparently the other side, it's the, I don't know, K-Torm Syndicate might be it. That would be my guess without looking it up and having seen it several days ago. versus the Imperial Navy, and the Syndicate barely has anybody fighting, whereas the Imperial Navy has just a silly amount. Hopefully the community goal hasn't ended by the time I get there from the sheer amount of support that one side got. Well, I'm 2 jumps away from picking up my Clipper. Oh, I was working so hard to level up my Imperial rank and whatnot so I could afford a Clipper legitimately. Then a community goal pops. Whoa. Microphone decided to fall sideways for no apparent reason. Yeah, then a community goal popped up that made Clippers cheaper and available to anybody regardless of rank. So it was like, well, I'm gonna get it now, even though I'm close to being able to, like, legitimately get it. Maybe once I hit the point where I would be able to legitimately get it via my rank, I'll buy Astrid. That's what we decided to name that vessel. Buy a paint job for it. Almost back. Broker, Master, Pathfinder. Mostly helpless. I like CQC, but like so many other people, I can't get into a game. So hopefully there'll be some patches and network updates that will make it so I can enjoy what I actually think is a good mode to have. Some people have bemoaned it and what have you, but I like experiencing everything this game has to offer. I did some trading for a while. I had a Type 7 named the Fridge, where I mostly transported food and progenitor cells, because I pictured it being a fridge. I had heat sinks on it and whatnot, and I just always aimed to keep it nice and cool and what have you. In this sort of game, especially until they add a bit more depth and whatnot, or some of the stuff they plan to add in, especially because I'm not part of a guild or group or anything at the moment. You find your motivation where you can. I had a good route shipping progenitor cells one way and then taking food back and donating it to the other side, because you're not going to make much of a profit off of foodstuffs when, you could be shipping, well, Imperial slaves is what a lot of people deal in. I did a little bit of that just because I'm an Imperial and it's legal here and you can make some good money off it. But, I don't know. I liked the idea of picking up the progenitor cells to actually help out other worlds and what have you, then picking up the food and donating it back at the high-tech station that I was based out of. Okay, good. I'm still allied here. I did a billion quests here. I think Happa Station was the site of the first community goal I participated in, which was to upgrade the system from a refinery system to a high-tech system. And just ever since, this has been my base. It's within my powers territory. It's not too far from H&R. Chances are, actually, probably one of the first places I'll land. In this game, I have access to the Horizons beta, but one of the first places I'll land. Will not be in this system because everything has atmospheres, and Horizons does not allow for atmospheric landings.
Docking request granted.
I mean, I understand why. You start with the rocky planets, and that's the first layer. You add volcanism, okay, second layer. To do Earth-like worlds, that's like, I don't know, let's ballpark 10. So we have the rocky, naturalistic terrain and geomorphing. We've got the volcanism. We've got an atmosphere. We've got water. We've got... There we go. We've got population centers. We've got we've got wildlife and plant life. We've got a nuanced political system on the surface. We've got... If they do a Water Worlds expansion, because I think atmospheric landings for rocky and icy and metal-rich and metallic planets is the next planetary step they want to take. But Water Worlds would be an interesting one after that. And just like we're getting SRVs here, get deep sea submersibles and what have you. Heck, get a combo vehicle. Have it just cost more, require a higher hard point, or get them separately for 2 lower hard points. Then, keep a lot of the same ideas, add some more. You could start adding undersea life and what have you progressively. Pardon me. Alright. Basically, if they pop up with... I didn't get a chance to... I missed the opportunity to pick up the Lifetime Expansion Pass, but with the amount of time I've poured into this game, that would be a no-brainer for me. Because I'm not going anywhere. Except for right now, where I go to get some water, because I'm starting to sound reasonably hoarse. 3:15. That puts me at a little under 5 hours remaining. Wow. 24 hours of gaming is a long time. Well, I hope to keep doing streams and what have you. We're just getting started. We don't exactly have a following. And we're not streaming the most popular games there. Like, if I were streaming League of Legends, I'd probably have a few people popping in, insulting me a few times and leaving. But I'm probably going to be streaming Fallout 4 next week a little bit. XCOM 2 when it comes out for sure. Banner Saga 2 when it comes out. And obviously Elite Dangerous. Probably be streaming Horizons when I get in the beta. I have a planet that I believe actually has my name on it, not too far from the human bubble, that I'm reasonably sure is just a icy planet with no atmosphere or volcanism that I think would be lovely to land on. It has my name on it already. Anything neat on the bulletin board? Standing by. Try the spark. Nah. Alright, so we're just gonna check the intergalactic newspaper and figure out where the Empress needs my aid against pirates. Oh, they don't. Ah! Okay, I got my clipper during the discount there. Ooh. High Inquisitor of the Imperial Inquisition. Galactic Games for Charity between the 13th and 15th of November. Excellent! Ooh, I am... I am intrigued by that. 13th, that'll be Friday next weekend. I'll probably have time. This... How far is Epsilon Indy from me? Not far at all. Ooh, and it's right between Zabina Torval and Zachary Hudson. I'll be smuggling explosives in. Oh, and this is half as far. Alright, let's head there. It's good to be back in my clipper. Though, if I run out of fuel in this thing, more than 2.5 times the cost, so that'll be sad making. The previous power distribution is fine. It's important to keep your power properly distributed here. Thinking of getting voice attack, though that might be a bit of a problem with streaming. It's a program where you can, power to shields, and Computer responds, "Yes, Commander. Power to shields," and it'll send a command to your ship to put power to shields, as you might assume from my rambling. You can get like the base pack, I believe, for $5 is what I've seen. The Astra one, which is one of the more popular ones, going for. But if you pay a bit more, you can get a few personalized lines in it, so you can be like, "Good morning, Astra," and it'll pop up, "Good morning, Commander Platypus." Seems neat. Forward!
Flight assist on.
Spinning!
Flight assist on.
I was looking at some shots of some guys that went to the very edges on the far side of the galaxy and looking back at human habitation. So they were over, way out in the black here. Not that far. Come on, let's see some actual stars. Oh. Yeah, Blowed. That's 54,000 light years away. Somewhere out there. And the galaxy looks so fascinating from out there. The folks at Frontier have done a bafflingly good job picking out. Like, if you fly to Sol, you can pick out individual constellations and fly to all of those stars. And the view here will shift, so it's accurate from where you are in the galaxy. So it's actually simulating all of those stars at all times there. It's mind-boggling. They've laid the groundwork for some crazy stuff. And enough to keep me, like, I'm quite thoroughly invested here. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I'm probably going to have to stop. I should have brought a fuel scoop and just swapped it out again. I think I just have like hull reinforcement. Yeah, size 4. I should have just put a size 4 fuel scoop on, and then swapped it for another hull reinforcement package if I wanted when I reach Catior. Come to think of it, I have no idea what station I need to go to in Catior. We'll see. So I self-destructed. Transaction. Oh, thank goodness.
Fuel scooping.
Still need to hit LTT 874 and claim those rewards. I meant to do that in the Manta, but well, wait. So apparently I have a fuel scoop. All right, I'm fine. Let's see. I think I'll go up to 176. Yeah. All right. She's okay at heat dissipation. Good enough that I'm scooping at a nice rate.
Temperature critical.
Yes. Yeah, let's get away from the sun here. We're fine.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
How many more jumps? 2 more jumps after this one. Oh, come away to the city, kingdom to behold, where the bluest skies they float on by streets of paved and gold, under the smiles fair and pretty, our teeth so very white, into the bones of our burdened necks they bite.
Fuel scooping.
Baptized in the water, Byzantine. You drain in the
Fuel
wind.
scoop disengaged.
You built up your heaven on the back of hell. I know when I self-destruct I lost like a bunch of miscellaneous tiny bounties. There was nothing big. I'd already traded in all the ones I really cared about. The only way any of those other ones were going to get claimed is if I was back in a relevant system on vaguely related business and happened to look at the claim bounties page. Oh, this is an independent system I'm heading to. Let's see if it says which system I need. Galnet, your galaxy in focus. Okay. Doesn't seem to say. So I'll figure it out. It'll probably be like the commanding outpost. I could also get my beak wet by signing up for both sides and just, do a bit of fighting for one, bit of fighting for the other, then focus probably on the Imperial side, but still get some money for fighting for the pirates. But that'll probably hurt my rep a little bit with the Empire. Plus, I'm a good, honest Imperial citizen, pledged to the Emperor. I think I called her an Empress earlier. Some people have gotten in a tizzy over that fact, despite the fact that in many societies, Emperor hasn't been a gendered title. Emperor is just whoever rules the nation. Empress tends to be female and denotes just being married. I don't think there's ever been a male empress, but there has been female emperors. So, each their own. Like, I don't really care there. Like, I'm just rambling at this point because I haven't been for a while. Yeah, is there only one? There's more efficient ways to travel, but because I'm not paying that much attention, I'm just sticking it in the middle of the zone. Exploited by the Emperor, living in Duval. Only the one station, way out there. Alright. Okay, let's just floor it. Just pin the throttle until you're about 10 seconds away, then dial it back to 50 and come in at a slight arc, I think is how I tend to do it if I'm paying attention. Goes a bit faster. And the time is at your relative speed. So, at some points, you'll just be at 7 seconds to docking, or to arrival for, 13 seconds. That time I totally missed my cue, so let's try just coming in at a significant arc. 7's a good number. Alright. And we'll try and line this up to come in as close to the planet side as possible without mucking about too much. The Clipper's pretty maneuverable, so I don't mind if I have to maneuver a bit about the station. Even though it's one of these massive, irritating D-20s. I believe they're Coriolis stations? And an Orbis station is the other main one, which, at the very least, you can always tell exactly where the entrance is going to be with relatively little fuss. Pardon my yawn. Have been going since 6 o'clock, so 21 hours. I've gone significantly longer before. Like, in university, there was one day that I basically was up for 3 days straight and barely got up. It was a frustrating project. Got an A on it, so, you know, at least it felt worthwhile. Stay up 76 hours straight and get like a C. That would just be, you know, screw it, I'm out, I give up.
Request granted.
Become a pirate. Which, admittedly, until I was maybe, I don't know what, I'm 26 now, so until I was around 27, I always wanted to be a pirate. Well, that's depressing. What's going to happen in the next year that's going to make me want to not be a pirate? I haven't been much of a pirate in this game. I haven't felt as much of a drive to do space piracy as I have... Oh. Let's not smack into the back wall here.
Landing gear deployed.
This is far too pretty a ship to destroy in quite that way. To each their own, but I really like the Imperial aesthetic. Some people are like, oh, dang, Apple eye courier or eye clipper. Because, you know, they're white and clean. A gasp. I mean, to each their own. Like I said,
Docking
I
successful.
don't mind the
Engines
iPod look, even. I'm putting out so many strong opinions. I don't care. Good enough. Yeah, whatevs. Ooh. I feel kind of bad for the Chaotorm Syndicate, because they haven't even hit their first tier. They have almost 2,000 contributors, but destroy the Chaotorm Syndicate. Reach stage 2. I think we'll probably hit stage 3. We've got most of 5 days there. Or, no, wait. Not most. We have all of 4 days and part of a 5th day. Alright. Nothing interesting here. Mercenary work available. Just need to be allied. No. Nothing like this. I'm pledged to the Empress, but I haven't actually put that much time into power play. I just like the idea of there being hostile space to me. It provides texture, I suppose, is a word for it. There's parts of space that are different in habitated space. Whenever I go to a Li Rongyu control system because of his discount on ships and technology, it's a harrowing journey in to see dealers in hostile territory and escape with my goods. Whenever I go do a community goal in a strange location, I'm always like, I'm doing what I can, but the cops or the... There we go, my down thrusters were just not working, and I drifted up into another parking pad, which, as longtime Elite Dangerous players will know, is effectively a death sentence. Because the parking authority have somehow gotten their hands on enough guns to melt a frigate. Alright. Conflict zone, high intensity, right there. Yep.
Scan detected.
They want us to fight, rearm, and refuel, smack into other vessels. I adore the cockpit of this ship. This is the sort of thing I want to see for multi-crew. Glance off to my left across this sumptuous cabin, see my co-pilot there, firing a turret or whatever the multi-crew. Maybe they can just play with a bobblehead or, like, you know, muck about with the power pips. I don't really care. Hopefully, around that point, they'll be able to hop into the SRV or a fighter, and we can coordinate in that way. Have turrets or a fighter or really anything beyond just sitting there and not being able to do anything. A more advanced engineering system, so they could put shields on various sides to different strengths, or provide more power in short bursts. Bursts? In short bursts. Poor Bert. Alright, so it looks like this community goal can't end before a certain point, because it's one of those ones with victory as its goal. Alright, let's just get out of the center. If I'm in the center and I declare my allegiance for the Imperial Navy and I'm surrounded by Syndicate ships, that could end poorly. So, just have a sip of water and let them soften each other up a little, because I am in solo, so this instance was just populated. 17 light year jump range. That's better than I thought I had. I know, I'm not pledging for the Syndicate. Let's see, we got a vulture. Got some pythons and whatnot kicking about. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I've got gimbaled beam lasers and gimbaled multi-cannons.
Warning, temperature critical.
Right, my lasers superheat my hull. So if I'm boosting and beam lasering at the same time, I start getting heat warnings. I don't think I can drive myself into critical heat damage with any combination of things I have on my ship, though. Could have just rammed him. My ship does have significantly more mass, but I'd rather not lose the shield strength at the moment. I can take my time. I'm not the only one shooting at him. Some of them have fixed weaponry, so the chaff that this vulture is just shedding doesn't affect me much. And the Clipper has two advantages when maneuvering. Fastest inline speed when boosting. The Clipper is stupidly fast when you push her in a straight line. And she has good pitch. Not the best roll or lateral thrusters or the up and down thrusters, but she can pitch up and down quite nicely. Alright, let's just stare at the battle for a second and get a read on durabilities. Maybe. Many pythons, which fits the pirate milieu. The Python is often considered the ship of the Pirate King style of play. Like, sure, there's Anacondas, but Anacondas are just... With the way things are built in this game right now, Anacondas are really good at most things. I actually really like some of the recent changes that have made it so Anacondas have a few flaws. They are a bit easier to interdict, and they do have a lot more trouble interdicting other targets. For instance, they're huge ships. They shouldn't be as nimble as a fighter, in my view. Like, come on. I'm not like every ship has to be perfectly balanced. There are different ways to play every ship. Find the way that's fun for you. I just think there should be some downsides to each ship. and cost not being one of them, because that's just a gate. Once you get past that, there should still be some reason why you would want to run a different ship in a certain circumstance. And I can definitely feel the slight wonkiness that starts setting in when you're forcing yourself to stay awake. That's usually the sign that I should go to bed and pass out, but nope. Gonna push myself here.
Destroyed.
Highway to the danger zone. One thing I've noticed about energy drinks, I drink enough of them in a short period and my voice starts doing screwy things. I know it's common parlance or common practice to use beam or pulse lasers rather than, or burst or pulse lasers rather than beam a lot of the time, especially if you don't have, you know, the ample power plant space of, say, a Python or an Anaconda. But I like having beam lasers. There's something satisfying about just that long
Target destroyed.
that sounds weird. Just having that continuous lance. What size is my power plant? A6. Yeah, I made a point of A-speccing that at the very least. For if I'm going to do beam lasers, I definitely want at least. I mean, it's the best you can get on this ship, but yeah, be cool to get others. Looking forward to the Corvette and the Cutter. The beta for ships, which I'm not in, comes out the week of the 9th, so that's coming up soon. Finally get a good look at the Cutter, get some more looks at the Corvette. I can't get enough of those. And I look forward to not being able to get them for a long time because ranking up is kind of silly. It'd be nice if they included oh. Alright, Viper. I guess you're my prey right now. A friend to the danger zone.
Target shields offline.
If I'd spun around and clipped him with one of my nacelles on the side, that would have been cool. End of thought. Okay, nobody's watching right now. I can more or less ramble what I want. I'll be uploading this, of course, but
Target destroyed.
it is almost 4 a.m. local time here.
Target shields
Like, the earliest people that would normally be watching this, given that it's popular in the UK and Russia, it would be early morning Saturday. So, yeah. Nudged. Not the best for my shields. I don't have the best shields, but I want to ram people. I have a big ship, damn it. The Federal ships are especially good at ramming, though. Lots of armor and hull mass on those. Most of the time when I saw a Federal dropship in open, in combat, it was just a battering ram with some lasers strapped to it.
Target destroyed.
Of course, that was a while ago, but I'm given to believe they may have altered it a little. But still, the Federal assault ship, one of the newer ships, is supposed to be very good, almost useless shields, but crazy amounts of armor. Can fly forever without shields. It's the inverse of my Imperial Courier. Virtually no hull, but stupidly powerful shields. But the shields take a year and a day to recharge. It's the same complaint some people have about the Fer de Lance, which is a exquisite but bonk. Yeah. Exquisite, but definitely requires a lot of skill to manage. Attack ship. powerful shields or really powerful weaponry, but it doesn't have the power plant to support both, so you'll have to pick.
Under attack.
Now let's just balance this out. Here's some weaponry. Let's finish this guy off, then give a damn about my shields.
Target shields online.
Curses. Foiled again. The AI loves chaff ever since 1.4. Alright. Oh, my hull.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
He's probably going to try and run for it, huh? I would. He's running shield cell batteries. Rather than run for it, he is going to stand and fight with his 1% shield versus my
Flight assist on.
or 1% hull. No shield. Or lots of shield. That's why he's still around. He would be a splat otherwise. Just get his shield down and just get one shot at that hull. Ah, shield batteries. Stop it. You're not another player, you're not allowed to do that. My shields are down. I do not need to nudge him again. He is deadly.
Target shields offline.
There. Jeez. He's a cobra. He should not
Target
be
destroyed.
that irritating. Alright. Just put all power to shields, and let's just spend a moment looking at what we know the stats of. 87.
Frameshift charge detected. Shields online.
There we are. Instead of targeting the power plant like everybody always does, let's see if we can just take out his shield generator entirely. It's a bit of an easier target. I'm not scoring any hits on it at this range, but I'm still hitting him. So, still success. Ignore me. Chaffed.
Shields offline.
Whew!
Taking damage.
Trying to ram me.
Assist off. Flight assist on.
He's closing on me. Yeah, he's got a taste for my blood.
Flight assist off.
Just need to keep him at like the 4-kilometer range.
Flight assist on.
The shields are probably going to go up before mine. If I were being better about using my shield batteries, I'd probably be doing a little better against him. Oof. That pass hurt. I do not want to have to flee already. Oh! Oh, I am sorry, Astrid. That is... That's pricey. This has not been a profitable day for me. Ouch. Alright. Rebuy it all. Thankfully, I'm right here. I can recoup my loss by going to LTT 874. And if I just... If I make it into the top 40% at the moment of how this has tiered up. Top 40, and I will be, which is quite a tall order, and I will have recouped my losses. Well, don't fly what you can't afford to lose. The hell was that? Okay. High intensity.
Scan detected.
Unauthorized access. I just undocked.
Landing
Sure.
gear retracted.
Alright. So I'm probably gonna stick to picking off smaller ships until I see a big ship sufficiently weakened and surrounded. You know, technically, I guess coward tactics. But whatever.
Engage.
Just sort of loop around this planet, try and avoid its gravity well as best I can. I don't think I saw any resource extraction sites on my way in here. That's fine. I mean, I'm doing combat zones, but... So next year, we have 2 other people that would like to do this with us. Ideally, by then, I'd like to have our board game set up appropriately enough. So we could alternate between board and video games. You could even do tabletop, potentially. Do, like, just a pre-built style thing. Alright. Faction. Oh, shh. Wrong one. Don't mind me, folks. I do not wish to side with the pirates, so I'll just log out and back in and get that fixed. Start. I believe if I just go back in solo play, I should be unaffiliated again. Yeah, okay. Now then. Empire League. Is there a button for just nearest enemy? You fight amongst yourselves for a minute. Computer, let me know if I'm attacked. And targeting. Highest threat is mostly what I'm using. Next subsystem. Next system in route. Yeah. Okay. Deploy. What else do I got? My interdictor. Yeah, let's just power off modules I'm not going to be using. Give them another minute to fight. Kill warrant scanner. Cargo hatch, fuel scoop, frameshift drive indicator. There. Just having them off entirely. No, I am not going after that Anaconda unless it's... Yeah, no. Nope, I'm going to thin the snake population, but of smaller snakes. Because I guess the Anaconda and Python are also snakes. The ships in this series really, really like snakes. Vulture? That's not a snake. Why would I even bother with it? Excuse me. Please. Put the microphone right there. That must be magnified. I may need to edit that one out on the YouTube replay.
Under attack. Warning. Temperature critical. Target shields offline. Under attack.
I've got to just be getting hit by like stray shots from a Python or Anaconda's turret. Get off. The NPCs are in a really rammy mood tonight. I mean, I got killed by that Anaconda. Just splattering me like a bug. Need to find military...
Integrity compromised.
Oh, come on.
Shields
Okay.
offline.
Just buggering out.
Target
It wasn't Anacondas, just random turrets hitting me. I'm not gonna piss it off any further. I'll just fly in this direction for a second. Stop dogfighting in my direction.
Target shields online. Target shields offline. Shields online. Under attack.
There we go. Deployed a nice shield cell just to keep things up. And there we go.
Under attack.
I don't care about that Anaconda's turrets. Unless it's, starting to approach
Target
them.
shields online. Target shields offline.
There we go.
Target
Totally willing to fight that anaconda. Whole bunch of friendly ships on it. Shields down. Less than a third hull remaining. Ah.
Under attack.
Jeez. I will not be. Oh.
Shields offline. Taking damage. Flight assist.
Some people decided
Under
that
attack.
they were very displeased with me. Jeez. Boost the hell away.
Flight assist on. Cannot comply.
Where are they? 2 other anacondas? And I'm still being fired on by one.
Target shields
Fine, I'll
online.
take this guy's shields down again.
Flight assist off.
I'm not having a good series of fights here. I think I might end up going to like a low intensity zone, which is I keep getting relentlessly pantsed.
Shields online. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Target shields offline.
Okay. Just blitz by, flip over.
Flight assist on. Shields offline.
Oh,
Taking damage. Canopy integrity at 50%. Target destroyed. Flight assist off.
so many anacondas.
Flight assist on.
I don't think I should stay, but I barely made anything. Okay. Far away, nobody is shooting at me. Alright. I shall return in a moment to apparently continue fighting with a broken canopy after my shield recharges because I am a good judge of when I should keep fighting. Alright. charged, and no Cobra or, much worse, Anaconda has popped up to melt me. Man, that was just unlucky, getting 3 Anacondas all focusing their fire on me at the same time.
Shields online.
Well, maybe things are better back in the combat zone. Yeah, let's lock that so we can keep it in our sights. Oh, it would be just my luck for all those Anacondas to have popped in and utterly murdered me when I wasn't looking. Alright, let's just give one quick little boost back in. And I'll pick on some Vipers or Cobras or, yeah, something, much smaller than me. I'm gonna be the schoolyard bully. Well, I would be if there weren't just oodles of Anacondas itching to melt anything. Ooh, 15% hull. That might be one of the Anacondas that was giving me a thorough pants. Maybe if I...
Target shields
Of
online.
course. Alright, let's knock that down real quick.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Oh no! Everything is on fire. Okay. So, mashing all my weapons, shield cells, and chaff, and boosting at the same time does cause me to go into critical heat damage.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Flight assist off.
I'm killing this Anaconda.
Flight assist on.
Just die. Die! There.
Target destroyed. Cannot comply.
There's a Viper who's out for my blood. Alright. You're small enough. And I have the help of several others that I'm willing to fight you.
Shields offline.
I'll fight you IRL, AI. You're just a box. Probably being calculated inside my computer, actually. Take that, laptop. Yeah, I'm just going to be using my multi-cans. Normally I'd conserve my ammo for, the big ships, but... Oh, imagine.
Target destroyed.
I'm feeling a little fragile. Oh my, just look at all that red. That's just not fair. Okay. Oh, he's even within range. Alright. Let's go.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Okay. Teamwork.
Target destroyed.
What's next? Not that Cobra. This one. Oh, that's an asp. Well, it's still within range.
Target shields offline.
this Viper.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Ah. This is around the point in any Extra Life stream that I assume most people will start just running out of energy. Going for quite some time now.
Target shields offline.
And I'm just going to go until I run out of ammo or flee this combat zone, barely clinging to my intact hull. So I can hand this in and be counted as part of the community goal, helping uphold law and order in the name of the Emperor.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Target destroyed.
Are other people shooting at the sky? Just no ramming. Jeez, it's like playing a game of intergalactic chicken. I know I've been quiet for a little bit here, but I've been flipping about shooting at things. And it's reasonably late. And I do not currently have my co-host here to bounce things off of. I mean, I could swear at these ships or whatever. Yeah, you crap-ass bastard. But,
Target destroyed.
oh jeez. Is that anaconda really the... Oh, what about this anaconda? I don't want to engage either anaconda. How about... I don't want to engage that python. This cobra. I'm going to ruin this guy's day, specifically.
Flight assist off.
Let's charge up my shields a little bit here. I mean, admittedly, this video is pretty much
Assist on.
stuff you can get from numerous others. In fact, I'd wager there's a number of other Elite Dangerous streamers who are doing this specific community goal.
Target shields offline.
Well, yeah. I'm streaming because I enjoy it. Making this online. Admittedly, by this point in the stream, not exactly paying the most attention to my radio etiquette, training and what have you. Training, class, voice acting, whatever. Used to do a bit of voice acting. And I've been told when I'm not exhausted, I have a decent and expressive voice for it. However, why am I heading towards this anaconda? This never goes well. But we do have... Who should... Just fuck off. Yeah, it's an anaconda. Hopefully that anaconda was just passing and shooting at somebody else.
Under attack. Flight
Let's
assist
get
off.
the hell out of Dodge. Is anybody chasing me? No.
Flight assist on.
And system.
Under
I'm
attack.
just courting it. What? How am I doing? 500,000. Not that great. Not gonna hit the top 40% with that, but... I got a few more hits in. Okay.
Target destroyed.
Viper. Exactly my wheelhouse right now. Wonder if I'd be getting a higher, I guess, kill death ratio. Nah, whatever. Making a higher profit per hour in a low intensity resource zone, right? Not resource zone. Combat zone? Conflict zone. Than a high intensity one right now, because I am having wretched luck with anacondas. Every time I go to attack one, two more just spring out of nowhere and turn my ass into confetti. Ooh, highway to the danger zone. I do love this game. I like a bunch of games that aren't necessarily the best or most engaging for streaming? Because the ones I'm noticing I enjoy the most are the ones that either have things that don't matter or have lots of high intensity moments and what have you. It's like, for instance, CQC and what have you. If it worked, would totally be streaming more of that. You know what?
Flight assist off.
We're getting the hell out of here.
Engage.
Whew. Okay. Not the best showing, but made 750,000. My typical threshold is 1 million. There, like if I breach that, I'm usually feeling okay, so I don't feel too bad right now. I'm tired, and I'm having wretched luck with those anacondas. I'm going to be the most careful pilot ever going into the port. In fact, I'm just going to fly it blue straight through the planet's gravity well here. Buy a little extra time for my shields to come up, because if I so much as nudge a Sidewinder, I'll probably just get turned to lunch meat. Alright, well, probably wake up Laura and suggest either doing some divinity right away here, or seeing if she wants to continue Bioshock, or if she feels like doing some Dargon Age, or what? Could do Sleep Deprivation Soul Calibur, though I haven't really played that much Lore to Lore. We could do like a handicap match, but I have no idea what my handicap would be. Especially not when I'm tired. She's not the biggest fan of Split Second. It's the only racing game we really have for co-op. Can always do Payday. The internet bandwidth seems to be going nice at this moment, but we had some troubles getting that sorted out, so yeah, we'll see. It's nice to know that halfway through our 24-hour stream, finally figured out how to get the freaking Elgato to work properly. Oh jeez, why did I boost? Never boost. Ever. Well, never boost when you're coming in for docking here. Looking forward to the Horizons beta. It's supposed to be 2 or 3 weeks from now, I believe. Week of the 24th, and it is the 7th today, so a little under 3 weeks, or exactly 3 weeks. We aren't exactly sure which day in that week, but probably going to be streaming my beta impressions and whatnot of that. So at the very least, I'll have a video for posterity of my first botched landing onto a planet, followed by my first successful one. I have no pretenses about how well I'll do. That docking almost went poorly right there, but caught it. There we go. Ah, jeez. The hull repairs alone are going to be unpleasant. 30,000. I lost 2.5 million. I got 750,000. Handed that other thing in for, I think, 8 million. So I have still not made a profit today. Because I also bought up some stuff there. So, that was a wash, but I'm back in friendly space. right next to a combat zone, so I'll probably be doing some more of that this week. And yeah, that was my sleep-deprived hour 19 through 21. Doesn't sound like that long when you say it that way, but you know, I've been up for about 24 hours straight, I think. I got up 6 o'clock, and it's 4:30, so 22 and a half. Wow. Human body is butts. Alright. I'm going to go offline, or BRB, or what have you, for a few minutes. Wake up lore, and we'll be back with something else. Toodles!